Mm. Guys, I made a stupid mistake a while back. Someone commented on the video of episode 4 review of Shout Out Season 2, and it was saying how it was the wrong video. For some reason, it was a Love Live video mixed into there. Like, how did that happen? Like, seriously, I do my Shout Out videos before I do my Love Live videos. So I don't know how the heck that happened, but it happened. And then I delete the video. So I'm gonna do episode 4 again. Like, I was trying to do it earlier, make his own video, but it's been such a busy week. I've been like, you know what, I'll just do it on the same video as episode 5 and call it a day. Because, yeah, like, even now I am just exhausted beyond. Just so exhausted right now. So it's just been a busy week, tiring week. But nonetheless, I am here to review episode 4 and 5 for you. I can't believe I made a mistake. It happens, I guess. But without further ado, let's get in review. Let's start off with episode 4. In a way, episode 4 and 5 kind of go together very well. So it's kind of ironic that I forgot to upload the right video when I am watching episode 5 and rewatching episode 4. They connect with Kate's development in the connection of her peers. Now, episode 4 was more of the Star Bearers coming down on Kate, them expecting Kate being the culprit. But Kate is showing that Edward is turning things against her, saying how Edward is just doing where he can to make her fail, and even having the Shadow Bearers themselves to suspect Kate. So she said she will use and find proof that there's someone else behind this mess, and she will be the one to discover it. And Star Bearer says if she do, she'll get high praise and approval from them. So she's off to find out what's going on. Then there's also a thing that happened when they saw the medical ward and saw the terrible ways they treat people back in the day. Now, this is awareness that things were worse. The way they used treatments for people back in the day, for people, for sick patients, especially mentally ill sick patients, oh my goodness, it was terrible. You see those B-rated horror movies where they go into insane asylums or old closed down hospitals? Yeah, that stuff happened. That stuff's true. I wouldn't be surprised those things were being haunted by so many patients because they were so mistreated and abused and neglected, well off of poor hygiene, and their treatments made were painful and just agonizing. And these treatments were based off of theory, no true evidence. They just believe this is what happened, from lobotomies to even pouring water down the throat and having to throw up and constantly do it again and again. It was not good. Even to the point you saw the twins in their treatment of how they had to clean the pipelines. It's so terrible where not only they're so messy and the soot is everywhere, but even can damage your lungs and breathing, giving you lung cancer in a way. It was just absolutely terrible. So even though the twins clacked the bottles, it makes no sense why they did it. Since they were bragging about how well they kept this coffee safe for them to break it. It's just such a mystery in a way. So Kate, Emilico, John, and Sean went out to go exploring, mapping out the area so they can find clues. In this way, Kate realized how she's just out of place with everyone. How even Kate, Emilico, John, and Sean can easily explore and have a good time and enjoy each other's company. Kate was always the oddball out. She was too much of using her brain and too straightforward and focused on the goal to really interact with everybody else, despite how much she adores Emilico and respects Sean for him being the straightforward guy. But even then, Sean can put things aside and do things for Emilico, but only because Emilico showed that side to him in a way. So John himself, despite being the straightforward guy, can still enjoy having fun with the other two, I mean, which is John and Emilico, which those two are very physical and joyous, but yet kind of airheaded in a way, very optimistic as well. But Kate couldn't do it. She can't keep up with them. She was just huffing and puffing throughout the entire area because she's not physically fit to do this kind of stuff, which shows. And then it goes on to today's episode, well, yesterday's episode, which is with my favorite Starbearer, Oliver, and his face, Ollie, the experimental ring, which is probably the most interesting and fun, but probably the most dangerous of them all. You see them and their interesting assistants just doing whatever. One is very uptight and strict and threatening. One is the assistant who's very shy. Then you have the two awkward guys where they're sleeping when they want to and then just waking up out of nowhere and eating fancy meats. And yes, they're eating meat. So apparently dolls can eat meat if they're a Starbearer. It's one of their privileges. So being a Starbearer seems to be very fun. As experimental wing people, they seem to do as they please, but they stay strict to their experiments. This is the funnest one because Oliver and Ollie really respects Emilico. And these past 2 episodes, it shows how everyone is starting to respect Emilico for her courageousness and her way to speak out and even solve the soot incident by using the giant vacuum that Oliver created. She has gained much respect among the living dolls, and even among one of the Starbearers. So Kate was pleased to see this. Now, in a way, they didn't really focus on Emilico's crazy antics as she was just going around because they gave her sugar, by the way, and she was just all over the place in the books, anyways. Climbing the walls, doing all these very athletic moves everywhere. Not just juggling, but doing cartwheels, jumping around the place, even walking on her hands and stuff. And then this is where I was wondering, where does Emilico get her athletic skills at? For her to be this athletic and flexible. Something like someone from gymnastics or in a circus would do. I'm like, this is very curious about that. And each one chapter is one of my favorite chapters of the book. They also introduced more of Oliver, how he was more open up one. There's still Suzanne, but she still has her creepiness to it. So anyways, they're there seeing how they can connect with the Starbearer, and he already found interest in them, in a way. He will answer any question except for anything to do with Christopher or Anthony. So she raised her eyebrow of who is Anthony compared to Christopher. I'm guessing Anthony is probably Christopher's living doll, in a way. So those are the two off topics you're not allowed to talk about, because Christopher was an exception of a leader, in a way. He was on a high pedestal that no one has yet to reach, and whatever happened caused him to be a forbidden topic, even among the Starbearers, which is very mysterious on its own. So they're investigating the perfumes because the person who was going around with the robe smelled a specific perfume that only an adult could wear, apparently. There's this perfume got different stenches, but scents determined on the person who wears the perfume. Very interesting. So they're gathering up more clues to see what happened. And they were even given a key so they were able to, go as they please. So Oliver and Ollie gave them a lot, in a way, and hope they will come again. Like I said, I enjoy Oliver and Ollie. They're very interesting. Research people always are when it comes to anime, They're just different from everybody else. They're kooky and crazy, or they're very focused, but socially awkward, and they have no idea what social space is. So they're fun to watch. So that same night, Kate also wanted to gather her peers for a second peers meeting. And things weren't going exactly the way it was because Kate learned a weakness. She is not good at gathering people because she's probably too self-centered. Kate has her goals, but just because they're her goals and they might be important doesn't mean it should concern the others, in a way. Because after all, this is really just Kate's issue, in a way. So her bringing them into it doesn't mean they're all for it. So you have Patrick and Louise, not that interested in it. Louise doesn't like Edward, so rather not be in it, but it prefers to just do things for fun. When you do a meeting and stuff, you don't always get down to business. You do a little activity or you talk about, random subjects to get everyone going and having fun within the conversation. So, so Emilico has able to break this barrier with people by being interested in what others are interested in. And because of that, they're able to open up to Emilico. And Kate has yet to learn that. And she's understanding, like, okay, maybe I've done it the wrong way. So she started doing a little soot activity, making forums for each one of them, even for Shirley and Lou, where they pretty much are gone, but they're hoping maybe they're around here somewhere that they can find them one day. Even the little bow, in a way, they reminisce on that part of a dear friend that could have been, in a way. So they vow they'll get to the bottom of this. After Kate finally reorganizes her strategy when it comes to connecting with her peers, they got on board. Even Patrick himself got on board, saying Patrick will do what he has to do in order to help out discover the culprit. And Louise herself says, "There's a lot more interesting when she's around, huh?" So even though Louise calls Kate self-centered, she's self-centered as well. So, but I guess her self-centered is different, as to be expected, I guess. So there's that. So, anyways, I'm enjoying this episode in a way, because this was an episode I was really looking forward to, because this is one of my favorite chapters I remember the most. For some reason, I remember this chapter the most. I guess it's a true introduction to Oliver and Ollie. That's the reason why I like this chapter so much. And they did a pretty good job at executing it, if I recall. I do remember after season 1 ended, I immediately went to go start reading the books again from where the anime left off and seeing what differences they have made. And the differences were mostly up to mainly after the debut, where Kate went to go discuss what happened with the coffee to John. That's pretty much where it changed. I think I already said that to you guys, so there's no more need for discussion for that. But anyways, there you go. I have episode 4 and 5 in one video. It's much longer. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out. And I'm gonna go back to sleep.